Abandonment trauma is a wound that often begins early in life, whether through physical separation, emotional neglect, or unpredictable caregiving, but its echoes can reverberate powerfully into adulthood, especially in intimate relationships. Understanding how abandonment trauma shapes your connection with others is crucial to breaking patterns and cultivating healthier, more secure bonds. At the heart of abandonment trauma is a profound fear, the fear of being left alone, unloved, or rejected. This fear becomes a lens through which you view your relationships, coloring your expectations and behaviors. You may find yourself constantly anxious about your partner's commitment, hyper-aware of signs of distance or withdrawal, and prone to interpreting neutral actions as threats. This hypervigilance often leads to heightened emotional sensitivity. Small disagreements or silences can trigger intense feelings of panic, sadness, or anger, reflecting old wounds rather than the current reality. Your nervous system remains on alert, preparing you to protect yourself from the pain of abandonment. In response, you might unconsciously engage in behaviors aimed at preventing loss. Some people become clingy or overly dependent, trying to hold on tightly to their partner. Others push away preemptively, afraid that closeness will lead to inevitable rejection. Both patterns, though seemingly opposite, stem from the same trauma response, an attempt to manage vulnerability and protect the self. Abandonment trauma can also affect your self-esteem. When you've internalized messages of unworthiness or invisibility, you may struggle to believe you deserve consistent love and support. This can lead to settling for unhealthy relationships or tolerating mistreatment because the fear of being alone feels worse than the pain of staying. Healing from abandonment trauma involves building awareness of these patterns without judgment. Recognizing how your past shapes your present allows you to pause before reacting, giving space for healthier choices. Therapy, especially approaches like attachment-based therapy or EMDR, can help process the trauma and rewire your nervous system toward safety. Developing secure attachments means learning to trust yourself and others gradually. It requires patience, self-compassion, and the willingness to face discomfort. Over time, you can build relationships rooted in genuine connection, where vulnerability is met with empathy rather than fear. Abandonment trauma does not have to define your love story. With conscious effort, you can transform fear into resilience, creating bonds that nurture rather than threaten your sense of self. In that transformation lies the promise of true intimacy and belonging.